Today we will learn about this large intestine. Large intestine or large bowel is the last part of the GIT. What I mean that it starts from the ileum, third part of the small intestine at ileocecal region and ends at the anus. This is the last part of the large intestine. At ileocecal region, it communicates with ileum, and this communication is guarded by ileocecal valve. Okay, ileocecal valve is there. Now, it is called large intestine. Why? Its length is only 1.5 meter, but its diameter is large. Therefore, it is known as large intestine. Okay, this is clear. Diameter of a small intestine is less, its length is more. Even then it is known as large intestine because its diameter is large and length is small. Now, general structure of a large intestine. General structure is like that of another part of the small intestine with some differences. What are they? These layers are from outside to inside. This is serous layer, then longitudinal smooth muscle layer, circular smooth muscle layer, submucous layer, muscularis mucosa, lamina propria, and mucus layer with glands. There are two types of nerve plexus, intrinsic nerve plexus. Myenteric nerve plexus is known as Auerbach's plexus. It is present in between the two layers of smooth muscles, longitudinal and circular. Okay, Meissner's plexus or submucous nerve plexus is present in the submucous layer. There are few lymph nodes present here and there in the submucous layer. Okay, difference of this structure. In large intestine, there is no villi, no plica circularis, simple tubular glands are present, large number of goblet cells are present that will secrete mucus. Longitudinal smooth muscles are arranged in three tinea coli. They are arranged in three tinea coli. Okay, this is visible from the serous layer. We can see it from the serous layer. Again, at the serous layer, few fatty bags are present. Few fatty bags are attached on the serous layer of large intestine. They are known as appendices plicae. Appendices epiploicae. Appendices epiploicae. Okay. And these tinea coli are smaller or always in tonic state. Therefore, this is in tonic state, then this will cause obstructions. This will puckering of the large intestine. It will appear like this, secular sequence. This will cause puckering of the large intestine. Okay, it is clear. Now, parts of the large intestine. Parts of the large intestine. Number one, we can divide it into four parts. Cecum with appendix 1, number 2 colon, number 3 rectum, and number 4 anal canal. Okay, parts of large intestine. What are the parts? Number 1, cecum with appendix, then colon, then rectum and anal canal. Okay, colon is divided into four parts: ascending colon, transverse colon, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and sigmoid colon. Okay, at this point, at this flexion, there is liver is present, and this is known as hepatic flexure. On this side, on left side, it is splenic flexure. Spleen is there, therefore it is known as splenic flexure. Okay, these are the parts of large intestine. Now, this intraperitoneal structure, cecum appendix to cecum appendix, transverse colon and parts of sigmoid colon are intraperitoneal. What is the meaning of intraperitoneal? Intraperitoneal means it is covered on both sides by mucous membrane. This is just organ, and when it is covered, then it is known as intraperitoneal, and there is mesentery. Mesentery is there, mesentery is there. Okay, this is intraperitoneal structure. What are the structures that is intraperitoneal? Cecum, abyss appendix, transverse colon and parts of the sigmoid colon are intraperitoneal. And it is movable. This is intraperitoneal structures are movable. When this is like that, only on one side, then it is known as extraperitoneal, and this is almost fixed. What are the structures of large intestine that are extraperitoneal? Number 1, ascending colon, descending colon, rectum and parts of sigmoid colon. At sacral 3 regions, a sigmoid colon becomes extraperitoneal. Okay, clear? Now, nerve supply of large intestine. Large intestine is supplied by number 1, parasympathetic and sympathetic. Number 2, parasympathetic and sympathetic. Parasympathetic up to descending colon, parts of descending colon, it is supplied by the vagus nerve. Parasympathetic up to descending colon, part of descending colon is from vagus nerve, and remaining parts are supplied by pelvic nerve from the sacral spinal nerve. Pelvic nerve from the sacral spinal cord. Okay. What are the function of parasympathetic? When parasympathetic nervous system is stimulated, or it causes increased colonic movements. Okay. Now sympathetic will cause decreased colonic movements. Sympathetic nervous system supply from superior and inferior mesenteric plexus and superior and inferior hypogastric plexus. Okay, this sympathetic nervous system will cause decrease in colonic movements. Okay, it is clear now. Now, what are the functions of this large intestine? There is no secretion, only mucus is secreted in large intestine. Number 1. Number 2, therefore there is no digestive or assimilative function. Then functions: storage of chyme 2 liters, 2000 milliliter of chyme comes in large intestine, but output is only 200 ml. These chyme are stored in different parts of large intestine. In rectum, it is stored up to 24 to 48 hours. Okay, storage of chyme. Then absorption of water, electrolytes and vitamins like thiamine, riboflavin are absorbed in large intestine, and vitamin K formed by gut flora are also absorbed in the large intestine. Then secretion of potassium and chloride ions. Occur in large intestine. Large amount of chloride ions are secreted in case of some diseases, for example, cystic fibrosis. Okay. Then mucus present secreted and present on this layer, mucus layer. This mucus protects large intestine from infection of any cause or commensal bacteria. Number 5, compact feces and stores feces in rectum until discharge via the anus in defecation. Okay. Then gut flora. Gut flora bacteria are present in the large intestine that digest, ferment the unused parts of food into substances, propionate or acetate, etc., used by the cell lining of the large intestine colon for nutrition. This is about the functions of large intestine. Now movements. Movements is number 1, haustral. Number 1 is haustral movements. This is like segmental movements of the small intestine. Then propulsive movement. Propulsive movements is like peristaltic movement of the small intestine. Haustral movement causes mixing of the chyme that comes into the large intestine. Propulsive movement propel the material to the descending part of the large intestine. Then mass colonic movement. Mass colonic movement or mass colonic peristalsis occurs 3 to 5 times a day, especially after food, and it involves 15 to 20 centimeter of the colon. Okay, and it is very powerful. This propels the content into the descending colon and sigmoid colon or rectum. Okay, these are the movements of large intestine. First, haustral movement or segmental movements, propulsive movements, and then mass colonic movement. We will learn about these movements in detail in our another video. Okay, these are the facts about large intestine. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. In next video, I will explain movements of large intestine in detail. Okay, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Okay, thanks.